As Magic the Gathering transforms from a trading card game into an elaborate humiliation ritual, the talented folks at Wizards of the Coast have been forced to find new ways to one-up the previous set in terms of outrage, as that sort of rage-bait marketing is the only trick they have left up their sleeve. So we find that as the first revealed cards for the new Final Fantasy crossover set come out, we are presented with the worst Magic card that has so far ever been printed. It is the Jumbo Cactuar, a giant cactus-like monster from Final Fantasy that has its face in some stupid expression that has a specific Japanese name, because of course it does. It's a 1/7 for 7 mana, which would be an awful creature normally, but when it attacks, it gets plus 9,999 until end of turn. Yep, you heard that right. Its power becomes 10,000 when it attacks. No, it doesn't have trample. Yes, you can quote-unquote chump block it, or stump block it, to stop it from doing much, and there's a fair chance it won't even be a competitive card. Yes, you can cast Fling or Thud and sacrifice it to deal that damage directly, and there are loads of other effects for it. But for 7 mana, it just isn't going to make for a competitive deck in most formats. That's okay. That's not the point. After all, Phage the Untouchable did this sort of effect, causing any player she dealt damage to lose the game. If anything, that's stronger technically. No, the problem here is that Wizards of the Coast just makes their cards look stupid now. 9,999 is a ludicrous number to appear on a Magic card. It's done because, in Final Fantasy, the Cactuars apparently have a special attack called 10,000 Needles, so this is meant to represent that by making their power 10,000. This is how a child thinks. This is amateurish, overly literal behavior by artless California liberals. There already was a card in Magic called Borrowing 100,000 Arrows. It didn't actually involve the number 100,000 anywhere on the card. There was a reason for that. It's because 100,000 is a ridiculous fucking number to be involved in Magic. But again, these people are children, and they make these cards how they want now, because what the fuck are you gonna do about it? They'll replace all the sets this year with Universes Beyond Slop, and you won't do shit about it. You can't, because what are you going to do? Are you going to boycott your local game store and lose access to your entire hobby and local gaming community? Are you going to stop buying Magic the Gathering? They don't care. They have thousands and thousands of new customers who want to buy this dog shit. The subhumans who are still buying Magic will blow half their paycheck from Amazon Flex on these retarded cards. Yes, if there was any justice in the world, they'd all die of bird flu. Most of them only drink soy milk anyway, though. So it doesn't really matter. This card is bad design. It is garish. It is childish. It is offensive to anyone who played Magic before 2020. But unfortunately, that makes up a smaller and smaller proportion of the Magic the Gathering player base. That's because most of the people who played this game even 10 years ago, let alone 20, let alone 30, have been so heartbreakingly disillusioned by what utter putrid shit that the scum fucks at Wizards of the Coast have turned their once-beloved game into, that they left for elsewhere. Either Flesh and Blood, or Grand Archive, or maybe even Oriental trading card slop like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or maybe they gave up trading cards entirely. They are for goddamn children after all. I suppose that is the final refuge, the last rhetorical redoubt of the smug cunts at Wizards of the Coast, that this is just a game for children. We shouldn't take it seriously. If we criticize their dogshit card design, we're just being pathetic, because this game is for children. That is the level of doublethink these fucking twats operate on. Fuck them, and fuck this god-awful card. Fuck the Final Fantasy set, and fuck everyone who buys it. Fuck every single whale and consumer who buys universes beyond dog shit. Do the world a favor and chug bleach. Fuck Wizards of the Coast, and fuck anyone who unironically thinks Magic is in a good state in 2025. The game is dying. The latest earning report shows that they are making less money for the first time since Chris Cox, more like Chris Cocksucker, demanded they increase profits by 50% in 3 years. Hopefully, every last one of those twats goes bankrupt, and the Federal Reserve doesn't even bail them out. But they will, most likely. Socialized losses, privatized profits. That's the American motto. And all these stupid little pudgy soy boy socialist twats who shill for socialism and complain about capitalism, who then go and buy into this greedy cash grab that is the most capitalist thing imaginable, is rich. Jumbo Cactuar is the worst Magic card ever printed